remember that when your last meeting, you talked about this meeting now. So I put it on my reminders. So I came back because the last session was amazing. Like truly speaking.
Oh, that's nice, Modelefa. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing
and
that.
also, Samuel, did you gave them the feedback form, right?
Yeah, I did. I gave them the feedback form.
Yeah, yeah,
Let
yeah.
me
Okay,
let me
Yeah,
just.
I did send a feedback, but from a different account, not from this
it's fine.
email.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
In fact, let me just give you the send the link to the feedback form just now.
You've not thought, and you give. Okay, so Modelefa, how's the printer going?
Yeah, like since like I was trying to like learn myself, like starting the project from bottom up with my partner. We have learned so much about the project. We have learned so much, like truly speaking, like from seeing it, like starting the printf program from, I mean, project from the bottom up. Yeah, it seems okay, but mine, our project just prints the characters and strings and integers only. So I wanted to like revise the function pointers and then structures before continuing with anything else, because wow, it was kind of hard continuing from task one and onwards.
Okay, that's great. I think Samuel will walk you through function pointers and how to use them for the printf. Um, Here's another thing I want to ask you. So far with your scores, would you be able to scale through month one?
Sorry. Yeah,
With your
yeah,
scores at the moment, you scale
yeah,
through month one.
yeah. My math one scores are good actually.
Oh,
Okay, that's fine.
that's nice
I
actually.
think someone will help you walk you through function pointers.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. I also tried to like um do it, but it was giving me segmentation faults, and some of the dishes I did was not. I mean, some of the code I did were not giving me the right output. So yeah, I've been struggling through that for the past 2 days now. Me and my partner.
Could we see? So, what? How exactly are you planning? Are you using function pointers in your printer?
Sorry,
Okay,
I can't. Hear.
I'm asking how you're using function pointers in your printer.
Okay, so
you
now,
actually
yeah,
you
let me
continue.
explain. Okay, so on my print F, right? So I did two other files. The other one is getting specifiers, is scanning for specifiers, and then fetching its functions. So the second one I put in the the second function I put it on the function to get the specifiers. Yeah, so like it's like this. So inside the printf function, there's a function. There's a pointer function which fetches the specifiers,
Yes.
and then on the get specifier function, it gets the specifiers, like the function that prints characters, strings, integers, and so on. But I just ended at integers. Yeah, just like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Could you
So
share
okay,
your screen?
can I share my screen maybe?
Yeah. You could share your
Yeah,
screen.
you can.
Okay. I'll just do that in a moment. Okay, so I'm just going to copy the code. I saved it on my local machine, and then I'm going to go to the online compiler. Okay, so long. Let me go to. Mhm. Okay, please hold a bit. I'm trying to go to the sandbox now. Okay, I'm just going to paste this one on the online compiler. So my network is back now.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so long, let me go to this one. Okay, so here I have uh, three files. So this one I put the functions that I'm going to use. So it's the one that prints strings. It prints strings, characters, and then strings, percent, and characters, right? And then the other one is my printf function. No, let me show you the get specifier file. Okay, so this one, you see the prototype for it. It scans a constant character s, of which is our form. Yeah, a format from our printf. And here's the specifiers. So it scans for strings, characters, percent,
Yeah, I can see that.
and integers. And so here I initiated I, which is the integer of this array here. So there are
A moment.
six arrays here.
I,
Sorry.
may see the code where you define the array, the specifier dash t array, the struct.
Oh, the struct. Okay.
Yes.
So okay, cat h. Yeah, here is it.
Yeah, that's actually great.
Okay.
That is actually great. So instead, your implementation is actually great. So instead, you are just simply taking a variable list a list argument and returning an integer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so and the character format. So what seems to be the problem?
Okay, let me just show you when I compile it. Okay, let me find the new file. So it's tests. Let's see. Okay, so now let me show you something. So here it prints. It doesn't print the percent at the end. That's good. It prints a new function, but then here on the ASCII values, it I don't know how is it doing that. So it was supposed to print A up to Z, right? So that's problem number one. Here
Okay.
you see here, it should be the bottom ones are from a normal printf, right? So here it printed the what's that the string specifier. So it is which was supposed to be printed here. So the string was hello is, right? So
Yes.
it also printed s, which is the specifier for a string. So it didn't.
Okay.
It was not supposed to print s.
You
Yeah.
don't have a problem with function pointers. What you have a problem with is how you're making the choice. So you're supposed, when you're counting in the function, after you call the function, as it prints, it's supposed to after escaping the percentage, after it checks if. So how do I explain this? After it checks if the percentage, the format specifier, it's supposed to just pull the argument, and then it's supposed to skip that character and move on to the next one to print.
Okay. So my problem is in the printf function
Yes.
because now let let me let me show you. Get C.
No, I actually I think I understand your problem, because if format.
So I was using a flag to like.
Use, okay. So let's see if it's return -1, if the specifier should be the specifier. Okay, so why don't you try this? Okay, I haven't really gone through your code, but then I think you have a problem with the pre-increment and the post-increment operator. So why don't you, after if the format is equals to percentage, why don't you try to pre-increment it and see?
Yeah, I incremented here. I
No,
incremented.
pre-increment it, so that it comes before, the plus comes before, not after. You see, when you say come after, and then you're using the, how do I say this? You're using the okay. You're using the value
You
after.
use it, then after you
Okay,
that's when it
hello.
Yeah, I'm still here.
increment.
I can't hear you, Destiny. Your voice is cutting. So meaning you saying basically I should not increment here. I should be incrementing here
No.
after this.
I'm saying you are using this is the post increment operator, which means it won't get the value that you want. Well, it would, but I mean, so why don't you just go? Let's debug. Why don't you just explain to me how the code works? But then the long and short of it is, it's in your incrementing. So when you say format plus plus, it means you are performing the operation first with the original value of the format. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, with the original, and then after you have performed the operation, you increase the value of format. Okay, but then when you say plus plus format, it means you increment the format and then perform the operation with the new value of format. Now, in this particular case, I think what you meant to do. Now, I haven't gone through the entirety of your code, but I think what you meant to do is to use the format, the specifier first, is to use the format after it's been incremented, right? You want to use the specifier
Yes.
after it's been incremented, right?
Yeah.
So to do that, you use the pre-increment operator, the pre-increment. So it's plus plus format, not format plus plus. But as it pertains to function pointers, you don't have a problem with function pointers.
Okay.
Okay.
So the problem is not about the function pointers. It's about the my printf actually.
Yeah, the way you're choosing, the way you're printing and escaping the percent sign and all that. So
Okay.
if
So I wanted to debug this one. So these are two different codes, right? So just want to do this. Hmm, okay. Let me just move. So I have to fix. Yeah. Hmm.
hmm, how about the others? How the others take?
No. Okay, 6. I don't know now. I thought it was the same. So now you're saying if I increment before finding the percent operator, so we should try that.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, why don't you go back to the output you're having? Okay,
Okay.
the output you're having.
So the return values are okay. It's just that the thing that it prints.
So that's exactly my point. Now look at, for example, the implemented the special. Okay, let's look. For example, a simple hello is sentence. Okay,
Yeah.
so as you can see, the second I assume the second sentence is the one of the standard printf, right?
Yeah.
So as if you look at that sentence, so you used this was used a string, right? %s, right?
Yeah. Percent X. Yeah.
So look at what the standard printf has done. It when it encountered the percent, it skipped that percent. When it encountered the s, it did not print the s. It printed a space in its place. It skipped it actually, and then it went and printed the sentence, right?
Yeah.
But yours has not skipped the s. It has printed the conversion specifier.
Yeah. Yeah. This S here.
Okay, so now that's not
Yeah.
a difference, that's not a function pointer issue, it's more of the way you have defined, the way your printf is moving. And I think you can read more on post increment and pre-increment operators, because they tend to confuse a lot of people. And then another thing is that in the a simple sentence, okay, I think you're repeating the same. A simple sentence, when you check the length, so a simple sentence, instead of using one, yours is a simple sentence. You still have the problem with the s, the conversion specifier. So instead of using the conversion specifier and printing the variable in its place, you are also printing that conversion specifier. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, well, I mean, I would love to, I would love to sit and go through with you through all the files in your code, but then why don't you just have a go through your code and then see why you're printing the conversion specifier instead of just using it as a signature to print the variable that you're using.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
But then,
You can help others
okay,
while I go through it then, and then I'll text you the code via Slack, the outcomes
okay, but then
when I'm okay with
here's
it.
here's here's what I would advise you. As you do, be sure to check on your post increment and pre increment operators. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So
Okay.
let's how about the others? Abderrahim, Epaphrodito, how are you doing? Hello, Epaphrodito. Abderrahim. No, Abderrahim. I can't hear you actually. Abderrahim. Oh, now I can hear you.
I don't know. I cannot hear Abdirahim.
I also can't hear him.
Epaphroditu, how are you doing? Please. Oh, I think he left. Hopefully he gets to join back. Epaphroditu, how's it going? How's the shell printf going?
Yes. I think he has a problem with his machine.
Yeah.
Epaphrodito.
Really? Then I think you should text.
Oh, he just joined back.
Okay, Abdirahim joined now. Abdirahim, can you unmute? You're muted. Yeah, try speaking. Oh my, I don't know. I can't hear him. Unzibo,
Yes.
can you hear him?
No,
Oh,
I
he's
can't hear him.
muted.
I really can't hear him.
I,
But he can still talk to us
I
through the
think it's
chat.
fine. Okay, yeah. If you can't speak
If you
or
can't
having
speak
issues
or
with
you
mic,
just
then
you can
you
use
can
the
use
chat.
the text space. You can use the in-call message. It's alright. How's printf going, Abdirahim? Epaphroditu, how's the printf going?
Well, it looks like
Oh, that's
that's great.
great. First of all,
Did you encounter any challenges?
great.
The first four. So that means you printed the pointer addresses, I think, right?
It's pointer address. I thought pointer address was like number. That's 7. I can remember.
It belongs to the
That's 7 or 5.
So, Abderrahim, so you want us to help you refactor the code so that it's not as complicated as you think it should be. If I understand you clearly.
Okay.
Okay, show us the screen or your code.
Can share screen.
So, and just to understand, you want us to help you refactor it so that it's simpler, right?
Yeah. Refactor. what I'm thinking is Abdirahim is not really confident in the implementation. I think it works, but they're looking if maybe there's more efficient way to write what they've written. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think the same, but it shouldn't be issues.
Yeah, we can see your screen, Abdirahim. You're sorry you can speak. It's like uh, oh yeah, it's really gonna not be easy communicating without we hearing you. But we'll try to make it work.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great, Mojalefa. Why don't we refactor Abderrahim's code?
Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
Okay,
Hi.
And
let me help
now
you,
yeah,
Abderrahim.
yeah now
Instead of sharing,
Hello.
Abdirahim.
Abderrahim, instead of sharing the
Hello.
entire screen, why don't you just share one window so that we can see it clearly? Okay. So you also used an array of structs. That's nice, actually. You know, and that's very nice, actually. But your code looks fine. Why do you want to refactor it? Hello.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me
we
now?
can hear you loud and
Yeah,
clear.
we can hear you.
Yes, loud
Fine.
and clear.
Okay. You don't think that the code is really it's not well designed. It's complicated.
By well
Can
designed,
you understand? Can you understand these lines of code in here?
yeah. From what I can tell, you declared your algorithm is similar to Mojalefa's. So you use an array of a specifier and a function pointer, and you loop through it until you so that to call the needed function according to the format specifier, right?
Yes.
Okay. So and then
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's fine actually. I mean it's actually a wonderful implementation. It's a very
Yeah.
wonderful
Okay. But
implementation.
the problem now is when I try to do the other tasks, came here and try to add another function in here. For example, handling hexadecimals or maybe unsigned ints or something like that. I will have to add another item in this array, and it's gonna be out of borders. This shouldn't pass 80 characters, and if I get in here, I will pass the 50 lines, I think, or 40 lines
40
of
lines of
function.
code.
Yeah, so this is like borders. I can't add lines or columns. Okay, so it's like you can do any other tasks. So I think it's well designed.
So I
I
think
feel like this should be another function
no no
and should be another function so it can be reduced a little bit.
well that's one way you could do it. One way you could do it is just taking the struct and choosing another function to make the choice so that you just a function that how do I say this? It takes the specifier and then gives you the
Okay, I can you
you could
say I can do this and can add to
no
move this to a function?
not that. the initial struct, actually the initial choice, you could do it in a function in the initial choice,
Uh-huh.
so that, and then, or another way is just to reduce the, since seeing as you're not handling very many functions, right? I mean, for example,
Yeah,
for
just
D and I, you're just using one function, so you could just choose to use what is it, shorter, instead of handle car, you could use shorter function names, and that would keep you below 80 characters. But then
yes.
what I would
Yes.
advise you to do is, instead of, you could split the task. So in your printf, so if Betty requires that we do a function does just one thing, and it does that thing extremely well. So instead of choosing the function pointer inside your printf, you could define it inside in another function, so that it chooses it and gives you the result, and then you work with the result accordingly. A simpler way to do that without having to look at another function. I'm assuming you are going for the second deadline, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you think the deadline, you don't want to re-implement it, you could simply choose to use shorter names for the function pointers. Instead of 100%,
Yeah. Okay.
you could just use a descriptive but a shorter name. But then this implementation is great. But then for example, for me, what I did is that I defined a choice, so that instead of looping through in my printf, I used a choice. I just called a function, and it gave me the choice, and I worked with the choice as I saw fit.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'll probably use these names,
But it's
and
good.
I'll handle the other
It's
functions.
actually great. Let me just take a moment to congratulate you. I mean, you've actually done well in you and Mojalefa, and
Yes.
from what
Thank
I'm
you.
seeing, you've done well. I mean, you've handled the specifiers, you've called the functions, and it's actually, I'm actually very happy that you did that, and I feel happy to have actually advised you as
Yeah.
you did that.
Yeah. 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 I have a great partner. I didn't do it my own.
I mean, it takes two to tango, so I'm sure you also had a key person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it takes like it takes a team to go through this project, because it was very hard. I don't think I wouldn't do it by myself. Like
Yes.
it wanted a great team, and like not not lazy team members, because now it needed a lot of time. Like I was waking up in the early in the morning, not sleeping. Like it took everything, because I was only stuck on one task. Like the task zero, it wanted a lot of test cases, of which we didn't know about. After we made plenty of test cases, like I showed you guys. Like I showed you like how I was testing each case. Yeah, it
Yes.
really
Yes.
needed a great team.
That's
Yes.
nice.
Here are my chests of D and
And
I,
You're saying?
B, and I was testing this addresses or pointers, but it still doesn't work.
Pointer addresses. Now, pointer addresses are printed in mostly hexadecimal, but then you have to get their values. I mean, okay. I would leave you to research on that one. But then the long and short of it is that you'll be printing a hexadecimal, and it would be best if well, I mean, you could store it in another pointer. Or,
This you mean this prints a decimal
I'm saying pointer
string?
addresses, the addresses of pointers. Well, you could choose
Yes.
hexadecimal, or you could print them in decimal. So that means a conversion, but anyway.
Okay, I didn't think about that.
Okay. But then I'm happy. What I'm happy that most of you guys did is that you actually made the test cases yourself. I mean, I remember actually showing you how to make one. And I'm happy that you followed it and you did it well. Okay.
Okay, thank you guys. I have to go. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Thank you. So don't forget
Thank
to
you
fill
so
the
much.
feedback form. Okay. That way we'll be able to help more people.